Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. My name is FPL Meerkat and today I've got my Game Week 9 kind of team selection. It's more early thoughts at this stage. We've now got an international break, so there's actually quite a bit of time before the next game week starts. So yeah, it's more of a early thoughts video, this one. But before I get into all that, let's have a look at how the team did in game week 8. And as you could probably tell by the way I am, it was a really good game week. Yeah, I've halved my rank basically from 1.6 million to 730k, completely carried by that single man, Mohamed Salah, who was my captain. And yeah, he was always going to be my captain going into this game week, but for the first time I think ever since I've been making videos, at least, or taking FPL seriously, I missed the deadline. Yeah, I completely missed the deadline. I had quite a few transfers in mind what I could potentially do, maybe wait for some early team news, but I did end up going out the night before in Cardiff on the Friday, and I was so hungover that I completely missed the deadline. Didn't do any transfers whatsoever. So this is how the team ended up. It was basically the same team as I had last week. The only difference was I, for some reason, decided to play Callum Wilson. He just happened to be in the starting lineup instead of Diaby. Now, if I'd had my own way, if I'd made the changes, I would have definitely started Diaby over Wilson. It's only cost me 1 point, fortunately, but Diaby did start and Wilson only came on for about 5 minutes. So yeah, that was a poor decision, but ended up getting away with that. And I was actually lining up a -8, taking out Haaland and getting in Son, Darwin and Trent, which would have basically been 8 points. I would have taken a -8 to get 8 points, which would have obviously been a poor decision. And Haaland and Burma, I think I was going to take out, and Bell, but taking out Bell, I would have benched Neto. So it ended up working out massively in my favour that I didn't make those moves. I could have also done Wilson to Darwin as well. That was on my thoughts, which would have been +4 points. But I do now actually have 2 transfers going into the international break, which is really nice. And I haven't lost out on too many points there. In terms of returns on the field, Trippier once again getting an assist, getting bonus points. The man's an absolute beast. I would say if you've got Newcastle defenders, I don't think they will cover for Trippier in the slightest. His output is just so high. He will continue to get these assists. And I do think that a lot of the other defenders were pretty fortunate in the fact that they scored headed goals. I think those will be far more infrequent than Trippier getting assists. I'm pretty sure he's assisted in his last 4 games or something crazy. Yeah, he's going absolutely mental at the moment. Udogie getting a clean sheet against Luton, very expected. That Luton game was tough. I did think it would be fairly tough. The away game maybe helped out by the red card and maybe helped out by the fact that Spurs just couldn't finish their chances at the start of the game. But yeah, I'll definitely take the 6 points there from Udogie. Maddison as well getting an assist. Really nice bit of play to get that return. And Neto as well getting 5 points. I was really happy about. He's looking very good and he's got a really nice fixture coming up. So I'm very happy to have him in the team. He was supposed to be a short-term punt against Luton, but yeah, he's just stuck around. And then moving on to the blanks. Wilson, of course, coming off for just 1 point. Alvarez and Haaland. Didn't really feel optimistic about starting either of them, to be honest. To be honest, Man City seem to be quite far off it. Maybe it's because of Rodri being out, but of course he's going to come back into the side in the upcoming game weeks. And Burmo as well getting yet another blank. He has got 1 more week in my team to prove himself, because he's looked far off it and he's cost me a lot of points just having him in the team. Matty Cash getting a blank as well. Again, with Neto in the team, I wasn't optimistic about Cash getting a clean sheet. It was mainly for the attacking returns and he just didn't happen to get any. And Areola, who I didn't actually start. I did start Flecken. Now, apparently it's come out. Flecken wasn't in the squad at all, so we thought, okay, he's injured or ill or something like that. Apparently he's out for 6 weeks with an illness. I've no idea what that is, but I really do hope he's okay, because being out for 6 weeks with an illness sounds pretty horrific. So yeah, I hope he's all right. And it does look like that I might have to make a goalkeeper transfer, as I'm not too happy with all of the fixtures for Areola. I could just stick with him, but Flecken is going to take up that price on the bench. Areola does rotate really well with Turner, so it would be good if he kept his spot for Nottingham Forest, but there's no point making that transfer if he loses his spot. So yeah, I've got a bit of a question mark there on the goalkeeper position. But yeah, really happy with this game week. 63 points, a huge green arrow there, back into the top 1 million. Really nice that you can get these big rank rises with it being this early in the season. So moving on to the game week 9 team. So I'd have 2 free transfers for the first time this season. I haven't made a transfer every single game week. So yeah, weird to see 2 free transfers, and it wasn't intentional at all. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure what to do with the team. Obviously, Flecken might be a bit of a problem there. We'll have to wait and see what Brentford officially say about him, because that news hasn't been made official yet. A lot of home fixtures, well, as you can see. Now, there's a few players I am considering. One of them is Trent Alexander-Arnold. He did start for Liverpool, and I think he's a massive differential, and I'm really excited by him as a prospect. The issue is, I don't really like playing a 4 at the back, and I really like all 3 of those defenders. Cash, Trippier, and Udogie all got attacking returns, all got clean sheet potential, all got assist threat. I really like that as a back 3. So, to be honest, I don't really think it's justified spending that money on Trent. I would like more Liverpool players, though. So, that is definitely something worth thinking about. Wilson, I think, has got to go. Even though he's back and he's not injured, he's just too much of a rotation risk. I only got him in because Isak was a doubt, and now Wilson was injured and Isak was nailed, and he got all the points, didn't he, in that game? So yeah, Wilson definitely needs to be moved on. The thing is, though, I'm not too sure what I do this week, because I'm happy playing the rest of the 7. I think Wilson is my weakest attacker there, so I could just leave him on the bench theoretically. I've got 2 free transfers, and I don't really want to make a transfer. I know I've got a couple injuries there on the bench with Bayer and Bell, both injured. But again, I don't really need to move them out. They're both going to be sat there last on the bench. I'm not really too sure what to do. Obviously, Son is a big worry, but he was a worry last week and he didn't do anything. So I am considering, do I need to get Son in or not? A lot of maybes here. Salah at Everton, I like. Maddison at Fulham at home, great fixture. And Burnley at home, sorry. And Burmo's been poor, but this is a really good fixture on paper, so I'm happy to keep him around. Neto with the Bournemouth fixture, really nice. Diaby, West Ham, it's not a great fixture, but I'm still happy to keep him around because he's been playing very well recently. And then Haaland and Alvarez, who, to be honest, I've not been impressed with either of them. Alvarez keeps getting subbed earlier and earlier, and I'm getting a little bit paranoid about that. It was weird as well, because we've been talking about how he's been that Kevin De Bruyne position on the pitch, but he played right wing against Arsenal and he really looked much more ineffective. It was really strange to see why Pep had done that, but yeah, I guess there was obviously some strategy behind it. But yeah, not really too sure what to do. I could potentially just do a goalkeeper transfer and just leave it at that, but yeah, that seems a little bit dull. 0.2 in the bank and not really much of an idea what to do. Darwin is certainly in my thoughts. I could do Wilson to Darwin. Liverpool is also the early kickoff, so we will get team news, hopefully, that Darwin starts. But then if I get Darwin in, who am I benching? It probably has to be Diaby again, but I'm not really too fond of that. But yeah, I'm really not too sure what to do here. And also, who do you think the armband should be on? It's currently on Salah for me at the moment. He's just edging out Haaland purely because of how far off it he's looked. But obviously, Salah got that haul against Brighton. And who does Haaland play? Brighton. And Everton have looked on really good form recently. So yeah, it's depending what you want. Salah in form against an in-form Everton, or Haaland out of form against an out-of-form Brighton. It's a bit of a tricky one there, but yeah, it's definitely between those two at the moment. If Son came in, would I consider him for the captaincy? Maybe, but I think he's definitively my third favourite at the moment. I'm not considering Maddison in the slightest, and I do honestly think Maddison is a better pick than Son at the moment. So yeah, really interesting one, to be honest. Not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing. This is just the early thoughts as well. I could get a video out again doing my actual team selection. and maybe players I'm considering. Bowen is certainly someone in my thoughts, as West Ham's fixtures are about to swing for the better, and Brighton as well, maybe a Matoma or an Estupinan, just because of the fixture swings. Arsenal as well do have a really good fixture swing coming up. So Saka, 100% of my thoughts, just how good he's been, and hopefully he comes back from the injury well. Martinelli too. And Ben White. I really need to talk about Ben White, because I was adamant that he's going to be the top scoring Arsenal defender this season, and a lot of people have been saying, he's not worth the extra price, he's not nailed, all this kind of stuff. He's played every single game, he's getting attacking returns now, and he's getting bonus points. He's a real bonus magnet. So yeah, I think Ben White is definitely worth the extra funds. I know a lot of people go for Gabriel because he's so much. I think he's actually he might be $1 million cheaper now. But yeah, definitely considering Ben White, especially switching him for Udogie when Spurs' fixtures get a little bit worse. Arsenal's get better. So yeah, lots and lots to think about there. Moving on to the mini league team of the game week, we've got John Patterson here with 77 points. Now, you might look at the team and think it's actually not, there's not too many returns there, but then you see Van der Ven getting 15 points. What a pick that is. I'm assuming going for the double Spurs defense, which massively worked out. I know a lot of us have gone Spurs double attack, but yeah, the double defense really, really working out there, and just consistent returns around, to be honest. Porro getting that clean sheet, Turner getting a clean sheet, Darwin and Watkins both getting assists. And yeah, blanks everywhere else. But of course, the captaincy on Salah is what carried this team. And obviously the wild cards used here as well to shake up the team. But really, really nicely done. A big green arrow for you there, John. And you get the gold medal for this game week. So moving on to the leaderboard. How the leaderboard's looking. We have a new leader. We've got Marianne. No, that's not. That's the team name. We've got Sokil Zolashiv, I'm going to say. I'm assuming that's... oh, goodness me. Baltic. I don't know which one it would be. I don't want to be offensive here, but yeah, I probably should have checked before I did this bit. But yeah, we've got a new leader with a gold and a silver medal. So yeah, we've got a new leader. Alan has been knocked off the top spot. He's now in third because we've had Alison Wonderland as well getting a bronze medal this week, and yeah, the silver medal as well. Both people who already had a medal. So yeah, we've had a bit of a change around in the leaders here. We've now got 11 managers with a gold medal, and only 2 of them with two medals there. And then, of course, we've got quite a few of the silver medals there with top 10 finishes, and a couple of the bronzes there with multiple top 10 finishes. But yeah, really, really closing up now. Obviously, we're 8 weeks in, so this will probably change quite a bit come the end of the season. But yeah, for any of you who haven't seen my previous videos, or maybe not seen the explanation video, this basically, if you win this leaderboard, you qualify to get one of the 3 prizes at the end of the season. The winner of the mini league will get a prize. The winner of the team of the game week leaderboard will get a prize. And the winner of the cup will get a prize, will get a selection of the 3, almost like a raffle at the end of the season. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. That's my phone going off. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you've made it this far, please leave a like and get subscribed to the channel for more weekly content. Follow me on Twitter as well. I'm doing a lot more posts on Twitter, a lot more threads as well. Some of the analysis stuff, which I really like to do. I find it a lot more easier to do it on a Twitter format, or X, should I be saying? I don't know which one it is now. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next FPL video.